arms 17 inches. You like it? It's pretty cool. 17-inch arms at 17 years old. Let's go. How did I do this? Because most guys never get to 17-inch arms in their life, and I'm at like 17.25-inch arms. Well, there's 3/4 things. 4 is kind of like a bonus. Ways that I actually increased my arm size throughout my training career. I've been lifting for a year and a half, and I did calisthenics for like 2 years, and I did Muay Thai. All those things together, but typically this is where, not just typically, this is where I mostly got most of the gains when I started lifting. So even if, Daniel, you have such good genetics, why am I not you? Even if I had great genetics, and that was the case, my entire channel is about hormonal optimization and great training, scientific training. And even if you didn't get 17-inch arms, 16-inch arms is entirely achievable as well. And honestly, 17-inch arms is not that crazy. The pro bodybuilders have 18.5-inch arms, and that's so achievable because I'm 17 years old. Like, you tell me I'm not going to get 1.5 inches to my bicep when I'm, or 1.7 or 0.25 to my arms. Anyways, strength and weight. What are the tips that I can give you? Strength and weight is most important, actually, because a lot of guys, especially younger guys, are kind of scared of gaining weight for some reason, and I don't understand. Everybody stays at kind of like victim weight. That's the thing I've heard before. And what that means is that they stay at like 150 pounds or like 110, not even 110, like most people are in that. Well, 175 is pretty alright. But the thing is that they shouldn't be afraid to gain weight, because not only you gain strength, you gain muscle mass. If you are eating healthy and optimizing your hormones naturally, most of what you gain is actually muscle, and it's not, you don't have to worry about fat so much. Like, sure, you will gain a little bit more fat, but like, even right now I'm bulking. I don't know if you can see, but I got like, still I have abs. I don't know. They might be a little bit like watery, I guess you could say, because I'm bulking. But I'm like 200, like right now, because I've already eaten, I'm at like 220 pounds body weight right now. Like, morning weight's probably closer to like 210. But really, don't be afraid to gain weight, because when you gain weight, you're going to have bigger biceps. Next up is variations. I'm going to give you 4 variations for your actual biceps, because a lot of the time people overshadow their biceps right here with their triceps, and what ends up happening is that they overshadow it and it doesn't look as aesthetic. But if you have really great biceps and really good triceps, but even better biceps, then your arms will look a lot more aesthetic. So there's the actual normal dumbbells, normal dumbbell curls. Those are good. But if you want to prioritize actually strength and you don't want to have to cheat, by the way, you can cheat. There was like a study that showed you can cheat in bicep curls and you get equal like size, like you get equal gains. So that's also important to understand. I don't need to cite the studies. You can just search it up. It's so easy to search on Google now. Education is so accessible. There's the dumbbell curls, but what I've switched to that really fired up my arms, that made them feel incredible, were the Bayesian curls. I don't know if I spelled it correctly, but if you spelled like Beyesian, I don't know if that's correct, but if you put that in a search engine, you'll be able to find, basically it's going to a cable machine and using the cables to actually do the bicep curls with both arms. Really, I noticed it helps so much, and you really feel a crazy tight, like you feel like your biceps are really great. What I like to do at the very end is that if I can't move it anymore, I like twist my arms a bit so I get an even deeper stretch, and that's just something I do. I don't really know if it does much, but I feel like it helps a little bit. Other thing is preacher curls. I didn't really like preacher curls. I did them for a long time. And by the way, this is just my personal opinion. Whatever works for you is great. But often when people do preacher curls, they cheat with their lats. And not only they cheat with their lats, but you can actually possibly tear your bicep. A lot of people are nervous about tearing their bicep when they do preacher curls. But you don't need to be as nervous if you just do Bayesian curls or even just dumbbell curls. I had problems when I was doing dumbbell curls. I was like curling 60s, right? And I also was noticing my tendons gonna hurt. By the way, for tendons and recovery, we'll just skip to this point really quick. If you just massage it a little bit, you get blood there, and then you actually massage it. Your bicep tendons are like here, and then also here on your shoulder. So if your bicep hurts, it's not actually your bicep typically, it's your actual tendons that are pulling on your bicep in ways that aren't natural or shouldn't be natural, so that's why your bicep hurts. So if that's happening, you could switch to a different variation, and like for example, when I switched to Bayesian curls, I didn't feel that pain as much. Other thing is, incline curls are actually pretty great. So this is like when you set up your bench to a way that you're leaning backwards, and so then your arms are kind of set up like this, and then when you curl, you get a deeper stretch in your arms, and so those are nice. Personally, I always stick to the Bayesian curls right now because I really like it. Other thing is frequency. If you do it more often, like 3 times per week, then you'll be able to get more gains. But you also need to make sure you're not overdoing it, because if you're overdoing it, then you're not going to be able to get as much or as much adaptation. That's the better word, because your adaptation basically works like this. You hit the stimulus, and then your muscle goes lower than it's actually able to do, but then it recovers, and then it gets better than baseline. But if you train right here, then you'll be stuck always. You'll always be stuck at that stage, and you don't want to make that happen. You always want to get stronger. Also, with your bench press, if you increase your bench press and you focus on that, it's like a general strength giver, and so you'll be able to do more strength with your biceps, be able to have more stimulus with your biceps, and then that helps a bunch too. Other thing is triceps. So we have the size from the top, but now we need the size from the bottom over here. Your triceps, I truly recommend not doing the double with the rope anymore. While that's good when you're starting, you might cheat a little bit. Now, if you don't cheat, that's good, but you also want to get your arms bigger because you're watching this video. I truly recommend single arm tricep pushdowns. They help so much, and not only for bench press strength, but they help with the actual size of your arm. And by the way, when you are doing these, make sure to not cheat with your shoulder by like bending your back a little bit, because that helps you get the actual rope down, or even just like I just use the handle, and that helps you get it down, but it's not actually fully targeting your tricep. Now, if you're failing and you want to get a couple extra reps for a couple more stimulus possibly, that might be possible to use. So maintenance and recovery is key. If you want my entire system, all my workout routines, and the strength programs that I personally use that are free, and you want those links to all the resources, my entire system, check the link in the description below, because that's my full system, and it's not only works for me, it works for other people too. And yeah, just check it out. Link in description, and like the video, bro.